The Honor 8. I've tested quite a few Huawei phones on my channel, and most have survived the durability test, even if only barely. Huawei has never been a contender for the most durable cell phone award. In fact, the Nexus 6P was one of the very first phones on my shelf of shame back in 2015. Interestingly enough, it smashed sideways in the box, like a jukebox coin slot. Now that it's out, it's time to see how this newcomer holds up. I'll be announcing a phone giveaway at the end of this video, so stick around. Let's get started. The back glass of this phone is absolutely incredible. The reflections are not uniform, which gives off an extremely psychedelic 3D kind of vibe. If you're the type of person who rolls around without a protective skin or case, this phone is going to turn some heads. It's heavy too, which I really like, and the glass has a cold quality premium feel to it. Speaking of glass, it's time for the scratch test. As always, my Mohs picks tell me where the hardness of the screen falls. Plastic scratches at a 3, glass scratches at a 5 or a 6, and real sapphire will scratch at an 8 or a 9. On their website, Huawei advertises that the glass is a thick piece of 2.5D glass, which means that it has a slight curve along the edge. Most smartphones scratch at a level 6, but this phone scratches at a level 5. This phone is using Gorilla Glass 3, which is definitely an older version of the glass that might not have the same hardness properties as Gorilla Glass 4 or 5. The set of Mohs picks I am using have never been sharpened, so there is zero chance of contamination on the tips, and this set has been used on previous phones as well, so any contamination would have manifested itself before now. One further test against contamination is using my razor blade on the front glass. My razor, which should be about a level 5 or 5.5 on Mohs scale, can damage the glass, as you can see in this video, which means that the glass is softer than a level 6. Slightly softer glass on a smartphone screen is not a deal breaker. It is a relatively small problem that can be easily fixed by simply installing a screen protector. The earpiece of this phone is metal, which is infinitely more durable than the earpiece stickers we saw on the BlackBerry DTEK 50, or the strange cloth speaker we saw covering the Google Pixel. So thumbs up to Huawei for using metal. Now the back glass of the phone is interesting. Apparently the glass is made up of 15 different layers, which makes it incredibly trippy to look at. Light is being reflected in directions that seem to disobey the laws of physics. I tried scratching with my level 5 pick and nothing happened. Only my level 6 pick would leave a mark. So there's less to worry about here on the back as far as scratching is concerned. This is really good news for the dual 12 megapixel camera lenses up at the top, since they are also protected by this same piece of glass. My razor blade is unable to leave any marks on the flush surface. The rear fingerprint scanner, on the other hand, feels more like a smooth rubber-coated plastic. It doesn't scratch as easy as the Galaxy S7 fingerprint scanner, but it can still be scratched. Unlike the ceramic home button on the Mi Mix. Even though the fingerprint scanner has been heavily abused, it still functions at 100%. There is some kind of metaphor for life in there somewhere, I'm sure, but either way, my fingerprint gets read every single time I try, and that's a good thing. The sides of the phone have a refreshing metal-on-metal sound to them. Even the power button and volume rocker are made of metal. We can meander down to the USB-C charging port and the headphone jack, and we find even more cold hard metal. Premium materials do cover every single surface on this phone. Let's take a look at the screen. Fire gives us the answer as to what type of screen it is. An LCD display will turn black and then completely recover, where an AMOLED screen will turn white and usually not recover from flame. So this screen is obviously an LCD, similar to what the iPhone has. The Honor 8 lasted about 11 seconds before going black and then recovering. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. It's time for the bend test. And you would think that since the phone is made entirely out of thick glass and metal that it would be super rigid. But it does have a little bit of a flex to it. If you've watched any of my other videos, I do not go easy on any phone. And now this phone has a slight S shape to it. Even when bent back from the other direction, it flexes a bit, but it still does not snap in half. It's not quite the same rigidness of a Samsung phone, but this glass and metal Huawei device is also about half the price. And it's still definitely not ever going to snap in half like the older Nexus 6P. After bending it, I was able to straighten it out completely. And look, it's like nothing ever happened. Overall, I am very impressed with this phone, price and everything. Even the color is super awesome. I'd love to see all the colors side by side. Thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. And because this phone did so well on the durability test, I will be giving away a brand new phone, not this one, a brand new phone in the Gleam link right below this video. It's a link that you can click on, and it makes sure that you're following me on Twitter and Instagram and subscribed here on YouTube. Each one of those things gets you an entry into the giveaway. so you have 3 chances of winning. The contest is international and it will end 1 week from today. And remember that it's completely random, so telling me that your cat has cancer will not improve your chances of winning. Thanks for watching. I'll see you around.